What's going on, guys? Tournzy with here today, and welcome back to another NHL 17 live stream, franchise mode with the Edmonton Oilers here. In the last episode, I left you off, and we were right before the trade deadline. You can see we got 51 games played here. A few weeks until the trade deadline is upon us. You can see we got 51 points, 22, 22, and 7, and we are right on the bubble in terms of the playoffs. So you can see here we're just going into February, and the trade deadline is March 1st. Our AHL team is doing not too bad either. We got some good fan happiness. The owner's happy with us. We're a playoff hopeful, which is probably the first time that Edmonton has said that since 2006. That's incredible. I'm fired up, but we definitely need to make a few more moves if we want to move into the playoffs. So in the last episode, we traded for Kirby Reichel, who's now on our second line right wing. I'll go ahead and show you guys the lines real quick here. Go ahead and open up lines anytime here. And so basically we got our first line, Milan Lucic, Connor McDavid, is Jordan Eberle, which is a pretty solid first line. I would like to maybe improve, get a better first line right winger or left winger really, but I'd still like to keep Lucic on the top line. We traded for Kirby Reichel, who's 23 years old, top 6 medium potential power forward. You can see he's got a 5-star physical category, 4.5-star pucks, skills, and senses, 4-star shooting, and a 4.5-star skating. So a pretty solid player overall. I'm going to have him playing with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Nail Yakupov. On the third line, we got Rocco Grimaldi, Leon Draisaitl, which we still have high hopes for, despite only being a low elite potential. He's only 22 years old, and he's got 5 more years to grow, and he's already an 85 overall. So I would like to eventually get him on the second line. Maybe we'll trade away Hopkins or Hansel. We'll see, actually. And Benoit Pouliot also on the third line. He's okay, 31 years old. Would probably like to dish him eventually too, or play him on the fourth line or something because he's growing old. Taylor Beck, bottom 6, 26-year-old. Martin Hansel, who's a pretty solid fourth liner for us. We acquired him in the first year. You can see he's 6'6", 226, so pretty solid fourth liner there. And then Zach Kassian, who's 27 years old, but again, a very physical player, adds that grittiness to our team. And one thing I talked about a little bit in the last episode, I want to really establish a identity for this team. We got big players, we got fast players, we got skill players, but we don't really have united identity. And that's one issue I think that the Edmonton Oilers have had for a long time now here. They don't know who they are, and they got a lot of young talent, but they don't have anybody to lead them. So again, we're hoping that McDavid can pull us out of this slump eventually. I'm going to make probably another big trade in this video, hopefully for another top 6 winger. We'll see. But just onto the defense here, Andre Sekera, Adam Larson, Andre Suster, Darnell Nurse, Oscar Klefbom, and Griffin Reinhart. I tried playing Reinhart up there on the 4th D-man slot, and we started losing games, so I had to pull him back to the 6th slot there. And then I'll show you the goalies real quick. So Cam Talbot, 85 overall, and then we have Ioni Ortio, who still has medium starter potential. So Talbot could potentially go after the season, but we have no prospects. That's the problem with our goaltending. We actually have a pretty solid team now, despite our defense is still a little weak, but it's better than it was the first year. I think I'm going to go ahead and trade for another winger. But let's go ahead and check out the trade blocks real quick. I'm going to probably make this trade immediately. Well, actually, I'll probably sim a few games first. Let's sim a few games first, guys, and then let's see if we really need to make a trade. Kirby Reichel's only played a few games with us, so we haven't really seen what his impact's been so far. So let's go ahead and do that. You can see... Should I show you guys? I'll show you guys the owner stuff real quick, too. So local popularity definitely going down. That's not really good. Team has not gone deep in the playoff. Not a lot of consecutive wins. National popularity is also going down, so that's not good. We still have devoted and a hardcore fan base, but these have definitely gone down since the first year. We definitely have a lot more prestige, though, which is good. Revenue's looking fine. I don't really think I really need to worry about the revenue at this point. Let's go ahead and go straight to trade. Well, no, we want to sim a few games. What am I saying? The first game we go under 500, though, I'm stopping the simulation and we're making a trade. We have to be above a 500 team this year. I don't care what anybody says. The Oilers have been god-awful for way too long, and we need to make a difference. You know what I would love to do? I would actually love to trade for Taylor Hall and get him back on this team. That'd be pretty funny, I think. But I don't think that's going to happen. You could already see, if you watched the last episode, that how many issues we had just trying to trade for some young guns. The Blues wouldn't give up Fabry, Lightning wouldn't give up Drouin, and we were offering like 4 or 5 assets that were pretty significant too. So we'll go one give at a time, and as soon as we go below 500, it may be this game. I'm making a trade. Okay, so we're below 500. We're making a frickin' trade. I've had enough of the losing. You know, we've had our locker room chemistry all up to 78. We can't keep losing. You know, fan happiness is as high as it's ever been since 2006. So we're going to go ahead and make a big trade here. And what do you do when your owner is pressuring you to win? I'll tell you, you trade a frickin' first-round pick because you don't need any more first-round picks. We want to win now. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's all I really have left for this year's draft, so I'm just going to give that up immediately. Perfect. And that will go. I don't think I want to trade with anybody in our division. We'll check out the Eastern Conference first. So I'm going to go ahead and... Skaters matching block? No. I'm going to be looking at forwards. Big time forwards. So I don't think we need a center, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next team. Not going to take anybody from the Bruins. Buffalo, oh, they may have some players. Vander Kane, maybe? Jack Eichel? Jack Eichel's already at 93, so he's already surpassed McDavid. That's not good. Is he on a better team, though? I don't think so. Sam Reinhart. Ooh, is he a playmaker, though, or what kind of player is he? I think he's a playmaker. I ideally would like a sniper to play alongside McDavid, because these guys are just going to be passing too much back and forth. He has pretty good shooting, though. But he has a playmaker. Oh, Kyle Poza would be a good one. But he's a power forward. See, I don't need a power forward. I want a frickin' sniper. Evander Kane would be good, too. But what's his contract like? I know he has a pretty big contract. And he's already 26. How many years left? 1 year left. Yeah, so I don't think I want to deal with that. Reinhardt has 1 year left, too. What does the trade value look like, though, if we put up Reinhardt? Just to see. Looks like Reinhardt's is way higher, so yeah, that's not going to happen. Carolina, let's take a look here. Jeff Skinner, nah, I don't think I really see anybody here that I want. Who's this guy? Lindholm? Top 6 forward? He's a playmaker, though. He has pretty much the same shooting as Sam Reinhart did. He's only 23 years old. What's his stats look like? So, for 35-ish points, 34 points. His trade value isn't that bad. What's his contract like? So he could be definitely somebody we would look at, but he's a playmaker again. I mean, we don't want a playmaker. We just traded for Reichel, and then we have Lucic on the left-hand side. So I think we need more of a right winger than we do a left winger. But that's the thing. We have Eberle and Yakupov too, and they become second, third line players. So that's kind of. We just made a trade with Columbus, so I don't think I'm going to be looking at Columbus for a player. No. Brandon Saad. Why? Holy, look at his frickin' trade. It's like more than Eichel is. That's crazy. Calgary Flames are in our division. No, they're they're Western Conference, Eastern. Here we go. And they're a bad team, so they're probably looking to get a first-round pick. So this is actually realistic for us. 28 years old, though. That's kind of a problem. I do like Dylan Larkin, though. But he's a centerman, so I don't think that's going to work either. Yeah, so that didn't work out too well. Florida Panthers, they definitely have some young talent. Huberto, anybody? He's a playmaker, though. Do we have any right wingers? Riley Smith. Bukestad's a centerman. Yeah, so I don't think that's going to work out either. I mean, who is the perfect winger? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the perfect winger, a sniper to play alongside. Ooh, Gallagher? No, I don't think. What is he, like a two-way forward? He's got good senses, but I don't think he's the type of player McDavid's gonna thrive with, if you know what I mean. So let's just keep going along here. We want a right-wing sniper. Can we get one? Please, can we get a right-wing sniper? Taylor Hall. No, probably not happening. Kyle Palmieri. He's 27, though. I want somebody that can grow with McDavid. And he's a two-way forward, so I don't think that's going to happen either. So on to the next team. Who has a young sniper? Right? Actually, no. Why am I looking at these guys? They're in our division. James Neal, but he's 30. This is finding out to be a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Islanders? Did we already look at the Islanders? Andrew Ladd, Del Cole. Andrew Ladd would be interesting, but he's getting kind of old. John Tavares way up there. Yeah, I don't really like anybody on that team either. We're looking 86 and up. That's the big thing. We're looking 86 and up. these guys are contenders, so I don't think they'd ideally like to trade anybody away. Zuccarello, nah, not happening. This is going to be difficult, guys. Who's on the Senators? Hoffman? Hoffman's pretty good, isn't he? He's a sniper too, but he's 28. Oh, Mark Stone actually would be a good one. Mark Stone. Mark Stone? He is... Oh, he's a power forward. Why is this guy power forward? I thought he was a sniper for sure. He got good shooting. He's got better shooting than Sam Reinhart. He has the potential to be elite as well, but I don't think they're going to give him up. Look at Lazar down here. Top 6 forward, 23 years old, third line scorer, -9. Sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. Bobby Ryan not happening either. Okay, so Mark Stone's definitely one we can look at. Sam Reinhart is one we can look at too. Voracek, Braden Shen's a right winger. Wayne Simmons? I don't think so. I don't like any of those players. Right wing. Who's right wing? Playing with Crosby right now. Phil Kessel. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be interested to get this guy too, but he's only 20 and 80 overall, so he doesn't make our team better right now, you know what I mean? That's what I'm looking to do with this trade. I want something that makes us better immediately. Kucherov. I think we found our guy. Low elite potential. The trade value is definitely a little bit over. Oh man, do we trade 2 first-round picks for this guy? Or who else could I include on the deal? We're getting a right winger. Could I include like Yakupov? I'd like to get rid of Yakupov because Eberle's a sniper, right? But Yakupov still has time to get good. So Eberle's a sniper. Yakupov's a playmaker, I believe. Oh, he's a sniper too. No way. So let's compare stats real quick. Or how many games he has played though. I can't see his games played. Okay, so 30 games played, so half a point a game. What's Eberle? I think Eberle's got better stats. Yeah, Eberle's got like 36 points. But 52 games played. I think I would like to... What's the contract situation like with them? Because Jesse Peravi's coming out too, right? So I don't want to necessarily... that's the thing. I could go for a left winger. But I just traded for Reichel, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. So they both have 2 years left, but Eberle makes 6 mil. Here's what I think we're gonna... Let's take a look at the stats again. So puck skill is really good. Skating, senses, defense not that good. Okay, so Yakupov definitely has worse defense, but he's faster and has about similar shot, puck skills. Senses aren't as good, so it'd probably be better to trade Yakupov, but he makes so much less, you know? Oh man, I don't know if I want to do this. I think I'm gonna have to give up Eberle strictly for cap room. So we are definitely losing out in this trade, but I think this trade makes us better immediately. Kucherov is what, 88 overall? He's got more 5-star categories. His defense is better, and he's younger. What's his contract? It's up in 2 years, like Eberle. Is there any way that I could get something else out of this? Like a pick or something just to even it out. Like a second. So that's fair, right? Let's see what the trade value is like. No, it looks like they have more now. So I'll actually take that out and we'll put in a third instead of a second. So we're basically trading Eberle for Kucherov and then the first round pick for a third round pick. So I'm hoping that this goes through. This is a pretty big trade. I think it makes our team better immediately, and it keeps the Tampa Bay Lightning a contender. You know, it doesn't make them that much worse, and they also get a first round pick out of it. So I think they're really winning out on this trade. Let's go ahead and propose it and see what they say. Here we go. Fingers crossed. They're totally on the value. It just isn't. Okay, so let's take out the third round pick and see if that does anything. No way. They don't want it at all. They're totally winning in this trade too. Look at the trade value. We have way more than they do. So I don't really want to ruin my relations with them, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next team. So I don't think these guys have much for right wingers. Yeah, Leo Komarov. We're not trading for Leo Komarov. Canucks don't really have much for right wingers either. Jake Virtanen, but just medium talk 6 again. He doesn't make our team better now, so I don't think it makes sense to trade for the guy. Winnipeg Jets may have somebody. How did Oshie get on the frickin' Jets? But these guys are both 31, so I don't want to trade for them. Nick Ehlers is somebody I could maybe trade for. What is he, a sniper? No, he's a playmaker. Okay, never mind. I don't really want to trade for him. But see, I could trade for him. Let's just give him a pick. I mean, what's it like if I give them just a pick? They're winning significantly. He was a first-round pick too, wasn't he? Yeah, so 9th overall. I think this is huge. They should definitely go for this. I'm actually happy with giving that up for him too, and that definitely bolsters our right-hand side. It probably is going to take Taylor Beck out of the lineup, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and give them our first-round pick. We want to win now. You can see our record, 22, 23, and 7. Let's go ahead and see if they're willing to give up Nick Ehlers. No-brainer for Winnipeg, absolutely. I don't understand why that's a no-brainer. This guy was like a 9th overall pick, and you give him away for a first-round pick? That probably won't even be as high, guys. But there we go. That improves our team immediately, and I'm happy with that deal. Let's go ahead and take a look at how both of our statuses was hopeful. So let's go ahead and bring him up to the team. Again, the reason I made that trade is because it makes our team better now. We don't want to win later. We're not building for the future. We're trying to win now. We've had like 6 first overall picks in a row. We don't need to frickin' trade for picks, you know? We need a better team, and we need it to happen now. So that's why I made that trade. I'm going to juggle the lines a bit here. Just going to hit best lines and see what it gives us. So Ehlers up to... Okay, that's interesting. It's putting Reichel down there. But he's more offensive, not as physical. His defense is about the same. I mean, okay. I don't know how I feel about that, because that's a pretty skillful line. I guess it makes sense, because Reichel is only an 84. His skill set's probably more designed to be a third-line forward anyways. And then that moves Pulio over to the right wing. And takes Grimaldi out of the lineup, interesting enough. I guess we'll leave Taylor Beck in, because he is a leader in our locker room. And I'm definitely liking the look of our team right now, guys. Defense still needs a little bit of improvement, but I think that like all of our guys here have potential except for Sakara. So as long as we start winning games or start scoring goals, that takes the pressure off our goalies and our defense, and that should hopefully change a couple different aspects to our team. So that's a big trade that we're going to make before the trade deadline. I don't think I'm going to make any more trades here. I mean, I gave up like all my picks this year, so we're basically not even going to have a draft this year. We're just kind of like a re-sign stage in free agency. Let's go ahead and sim 3 games here. Let's see. I'm not going to look what happens here. Grimaldi's getting choked for getting scratched. How long have I been going here? Only about 20 minutes. So shootout loss. Amateur scout. Let's go ahead and do that. So I've already scouted the CHL once. Let's go over to Russia. I like Russia's forwards. And we're going to go 6 weeks at Russia's forwards there. So 2-1 loss to Philly. Oh, man. Doesn't look like these trades are helping out at all. 3 losses in a row. One of them was in overtime. Fan happiness is going down. We lost our first round pick. Fuck, boys. Alright, so 3 losses in a row. We're going to go ahead and mix up the lines, because clearly it's not working out. You can see our offense is definitely increased. Now it's up to 93. Let's have a team meeting real quick. See what the boys have to say. Or does anybody want to meet real quick, actually? Let's take a look. No, nobody does. Okay, we need to win in a dominant fashion. Let's say we watch tonight, give them the only positive things to talk about. It doesn't matter that the survival, we have the tools to beat any team. Let's go improve it. I'm going to be assertive and see how that... okay, so the boys do not like when we are assertive, so let's stay away from that in the future, I guess. Bad team meeting, I'm sorry. Just forget what I said. Okay, so we're now definitely a lot more points out of a playoff spot, but we're going to go ahead and edit the lines, because clearly we're having some issues. Even though they're not scoring a ton on us, we're not producing, so we need to change things up. We're going to go ahead and put Reichel on the second line, And I'm going to put Yakupov on the first line as well and see how that goes. Nugent Hopkins seems to have good chemistry with Eberle, and I'm not moving anybody else. Hansel's down to an 84, so I guess he just choked that we're losing. He could become a trading asset for us at the end of the season, just to get like a second or a third round pick or something like that. Not guaranteeing that though. Okay. And let's go ahead and sim a few more games. See if those lineup changes make a difference. I may have to bring up Ethan Bear and scratch Reinhardt if this keeps going on. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from our team. So we need to put together a couple of win streaks to show that I'm a good GM. Okay, guys? Again, we're hopeful, so we probably won't make the playoffs, but it would be nice if we did. Let's just go ahead and best lines in the AHL there. Another 2-1 loss. What's going on? We can't score at all. What happened to our team? So Ehlers choked. There we go. Finally a shootout win. We put together a win. Let's get back up to 500, guys. This is embarrassing. I'm going to get fired. Look at all these trades I made for your team. At least we beat Anaheim. I think they're first in the division, so big win there for us, making a statement. Mark Letestu, yeah, I thought I traded that guy. Okay, we're going to go another 3 games here, all on the road. So we had 5 road games in a row here. Anaheim, St. Louis, Toronto, Montreal, Columbus. 4-3 loss in St. Louis. At least we're putting up a few more goals, I guess, but that's a regulation loss. And, ooh, okay, so big injury here. RNH with the concussion. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go best lines, and then let's mix and match. Do we want Cassian in the middle there? I don't know if we want Cassian in the middle. 60 face-offs. That's going to make our... Okay, so Grimaldi's got better face-offs, so we're going to go ahead and put him in the middle. Also, he's a sniper, so maybe he can get some good shots from the middle there. We were winning some games with Reichel up there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and put Yakupov on the third line, just because that allows everybody to play in their natural positions. Also, it kind of spreads out the offense, which is nice. Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe I should be switching up the defense. I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. Oh, there's another 5-3 win. It looks like we're going to keep going with this lineup. One more game here. Can we get a win? Okay, Nugent Hopkins back. So, do I mess with the lineup though? I have to. I mean, he's one of our best players. He's like our leading point scorer. Again, I want Ehlers there. Let's put Yakupov on his off wing, or well, his correct wing, I guess. But see, that's the thing, because I kind of want to go like this and see how this goes. Yeah, let's try that out. Reichel on the second line got us the win last game, so let's try it out again here. See if we can beat Columbus, the team he came from. Can we beat Columbus? Yes, we do. 3-0 win, so definitely keeping him. Ooh, PRV's injured. Not good. Let's just go best lines down there. I wonder if he has had any growth yet either. So one more game against a divisional opponent here, the San Jose Sharks, who are a far better team than us. Can we beat them? I know we can. Zach Cassian, injured foot. Who's that going to slot in? I forget who our Grimaldi. That's right. So again, we're going to put Ehlers on the second line and put everybody in their natural positions, because I think that actually gives stat boosts if everybody is in their natural positions, or at least it helps out with the simulation, because people know what the hell they're doing and where they should be going. Not going to worry about the trade block. Don't want to ruin anybody's morale. 4-2 loss to the Sharks. They're a good team. I'm not too worried about that, but that puts us below 500 once again, which I don't know what to do anymore. You know, like we're losing. We got a pretty solid forward core. We got a lot of potential in the room, but we're just not getting these wins. So here's a 3-game homestand. Man, this is these editing of the lines is killing me. Best lines. Ehlers over here. Well, actually, you know what? They just lost last game, so we're going to switch it up. But I want Reichel on that line. Let's try Ehlers on the third line. He has elite potential. Yakupov only has... what do I do? What do I do? I kind of like... Nah, Ehlers is definitely isn't good as Eberle, so I'm not putting him on the first line. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Reichel, Ehlers, Hopkins. Hopkins is the catalyst on that line regardless, so welcome back, Mark Letestu. Can we beat Florida? They're a pretty good team. Can we beat them? Promotions night. Big 5-4 win for the boys. And PRV's back. Let's go ahead and I want to see if PRV's made any progress or like if he has gotten better at all. So I'm just going to take a look here real quick. Best lines, 81. Tell me he's an 81. No, he's not. But he's still injured, so that may change. Roop Hintz is another one I'm really keeping an eye on. 78 overall, top 6 medium potential playmaker. He's definitely made some strides there, so that's good. I'm surprised our AHL team isn't dominating. If you look at our team, like we've really got some good players up here. I may want to bring up Ethan Bear too, just because he's so fast. He's so fast, and he's got a good shot. Everything else is pretty garbage though, but... Okay, Rangers, they're a pretty good team. I don't expect us to beat them. And we do another big 5-4 win. That's huge. Season ticket drive's about to begin. Let's go. Well, I guess we'll set the prices. I honestly don't know what to do here, so I'm just going to auto-assign everything and see how that goes. Marketing budget. We're already like advertising the season tickets, so I'm not going to change anything there. I think that's fine. Game against Ottawa here. Can we go on a 3-game win streak? We should be able to beat Ottawa. They're not that good of a team. They're not that good of a team. Big 2-1 win, and we're finally starting to make strides, and we're above 500. So this is really good news, actually. Let's go ahead and sim another couple games. Game on the road in Chicago, and then we have a 4-game homestand. Chicago's a pretty good team again. I don't expect us to beat them. Reinhardt injured. Okay, mild concussion, so not too big of a deal. But just go ahead and assistant coach replace player. Do we win that game? Yes. Wow. So we're on a run right now. We got 4. This is our biggest winning streak of the season. This is incredible. Go best lines in the AHL. That's fine. Griffin Reinhardt's back, so we're just gonna edit the lines manually. I don't want to change too much on the forward core. I like Reichel bringing some physicalness to the second line. Clearly, that's helping out our team. I haven't checked out the stats or anything, but it must be, right? So we're gonna go, there we go. And McDavid's up to 93, so catching up to, everybody's up to an 86 too, so that's really good. Looks like they're finally starting to mesh. Did anybody get better on defense? That's the real question. Reinhardt up to an 83. So left-hander. I mean, I don't like playing 2 lefts together, but we only have 2 right-handed, so it's bound to happen on one of the pairings anyways. I guess we'll leave Reinhardt up there on his correct side. Washington, really good team here. Probably won't expect us to beat them either. They're a really big team too. Overtime loss, so we get a point out of it. We salvage some points, that's good. Buffalo Sabres. Didn't want to give up Sam Reinhardt. There's our first loss. So we end up going, oh actually, sorry, we lost the previous game. Let's see where we are in the standings and how far we are from the wildcard spot real quick here. So 71 points, we're 4 points behind the Calgary Flames for the wildcard spot. That's definitely doable. I mean, we got 13 games left. We're going to give it our all, but I think our goaltending is where we're finally starting to lack. You can see we were putting up a lot of goals there, but we were also letting in a lot of goals, pardon me. So that could be the next project, I think, for me as a GM. We're just going to keep simming along here. Probably going to get to the end of the season in this video. Andre Schuster with a big injury. Are we going to, is this the time where Ethan Bear comes up? Probably. Or who's our backup D-man right now? I don't know. Let's take a look. Davidson. See, I don't want to play Davidson, but the thing is, see, Ethan Bear is a better player than him. I'm going to go ahead and make that roster move actually right now. How old is Ethan Bear? Let's check that first before we make that move. See, he's only listed as a depth D, but he's 20, so I could definitely leave him in the minors. So never mind, we're not actually going to make that that roster move. He's got plenty of time to get better, and playing first line minutes in the AHL is better than playing top 6 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and keep going ahead with this lineup. It's proving to be a winner for us. I shouldn't say that too soon, but big 7-2 win. I think that's our highest margin win so far this season. And then we play the San Jose Sharks again. Damn, we're in a really tough division. I think it's definitely going to be a year or two before we really start dominating, but I think this is the year where we're finally starting to turn it around at least. Let's go ahead and go goalies. 6 weeks, the SH League, right? I think so. So Suster's back, so we're just going to go best lines again, and let me just change all this crap again. How's Reichel doing for points? It says he's only a third line scorer, but the simulation seems to like when he's on the second line, so we're going to keep it that way. San Jose Sharks, can we beat ya? Okay, we took them to the shootout, so that's good. We took a lot of games to overtime this year. 5-4 regulation loss against the Carolina Hurricanes. What are we doing? Isn't Carolina a bad team? Three more important games here against 3 tough Western opponents. Let's see how we do. Definitely need the points in these 3 games. Are we going to get them? Yes, we do against St. Louis Blues. I thought that's the one we'd lose out of all of them. Winnipeg. We've beaten Winnipeg previously in the season, but there's a 5-2 loss to the frickin' Winnipeg Jets. Okay, Dallas looks like they're a contender for the Cup this year, but we beat them. Really weird. We haven't beat the Sharks once this year, so I'm not expecting us to beat them. The game that matters is up against the Canucks here, because they're the one in our wildcard spot, I believe. Caleb Jones, best lines, my friend. Yeah, so we're having a really tough time against the Sharks. Can't seem to beat them ever. Canucks here, I think they're the ones in our wildcard spot. We're probably only 4 points behind from them, based off my math that I just did in my head there. Okay, so it looks like nobody's in the wildcard spot here. But we're 4 points behind the Canucks, and we're 2 points behind the Calgary Flames. So every game counts here, guys. Every game counts. I can't make any more trades, obviously, but let's go ahead and get to the end of the season. Can we make the playoffs, boys? I don't think we're going to be making the playoffs, but we're moving up in our division, which is actually really good to see. I'm just going to go ahead and sim 1 game at a time here. So, hopefully, I think we can beat the Coyotes twice. That shouldn't be a problem. Ehlers and Lucic. Yeah, we get a 2-0 loss. Damn it, guys. In freaking regulation. What are we doing out there? No points against the Canucks. They got freaking Ryan Miller in net. The guy's like 40 years old. Okay, anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and sim both these Arizona games. It doesn't look like we're making the playoffs, guys, but here's a losing team. We better win both these freaking games. 5-4 shootout loss. Okay, looks like I have to do something with the arena, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. There's a win. So second one was a win. We're going to open up. Looks like the owner's happy with us, but I'm not happy, so, you know. Team store maintenance. Looks like we got to repair this. Definitely doable. I hope we have enough funds. We have no funds to do this. Oh, man, what are we going to do? Okay, so I guess that's just not happening. Sorry, guys. Just no merch for the last couple games. Owner is happy, though, so that's good to see. Hopefully we won't get fired. What's the other thing we need to maintain? Nothing, eh? I can't do anything about the team store. Yeah, insufficient funds. So not sure what I'm going to do there. Let's go ahead and go to the owner goals. Did we get primary goals? I believe was sellouts. So 18 sellouts. It doesn't look like we have established that, but the owner is still happy. I'm happy with the job you've done so far. Keep doing what we're doing. Playoff hopeful. You know, they expect us to compete for a playoff spot, but it's just not happening, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When did he say get 20 road wins? It was freaking 15 road wins at the start of the season. When did that change? That's definitely not happening. We only have, actually we have 3 more. We got 3 more road games, so let's just go ahead and sim to the end of the season here. At least our AHL team will make the playoffs again, and hopefully PRV can stay, yeah, see, the Sharks get us every single time. Every single time the Sharks get us. Can we be at least a 500 team this year? That's all I want. Let's go best lines for the last 2 games. See if that changes the sim engine at all. Shootout win against the Canucks. There we go. So we at least know we're going to be a 500 team on the season. Can we beat LA? We beat in LA a couple times. Well, let's go best roster there. And no, big 7-3 loss. But we do end the season 36, 35, and 11. AHL team's got 2 more games, but 37, 27, and 2 so far. And looks like we hit our profit goal. I mean, of last year. We didn't have a profit goal, unfortunately, this year. Let's go ahead and take a look. Pardon me, guys. Let's hold a team meeting. So locker room chemistry down significantly after not making the playoffs. We will talk to Brossoit and Hopkins in a sec. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to be better, guys, next year. I'm going to get freaking fired if you guys don't pick it up next year. Brossoit, what's going on? Yeah, no problem. Calming. Glad you're here. Okay, I don't like to complain, but what do you mean your ice time, man? You're on the second line. Like, what do you want to be on the first line? Yeah, I mean, I'll make some changes. You probably don't like that, do you? Not affected, okay. So that's good. At least he didn't get mad. Did we have any more leaders or presences in the... Oh, looks like we lost all of our presence, so that's actually bad. Who's disgruntled? Cassian, Fane, Pulio, but that's because they're not playing. I'm not sure why Pulio's pissed, though. 83 overall, you want to play on the second line? Get real, my friend. You should be on the fourth line. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the end of the season stats here. Again, another non-playoff season for the Edmonton Oilers, and you can see, look, we were only 2 points out of a playoff spot behind the Canucks, which kind of sucks. That actually really sucks. You can see how good our division is, but the real big ones that we're going to have to overcome is the California teams within the next couple years. So there's McDavid. Looks like he led our team in points, 74 points. Not sure how many games he played, but that's really good. Finally stepping up, being a captain out there. I'm pretty sure he's the captain. He should be at this point. So 82 games played, 74 points. That's really good. Finally overtaking Hopkins. Hopkins actually was a -4. So first real bad season for him. He was our catalyst last year, but doesn't look like he was this year, unfortunately. It was McDavid. So Draisaitl also with about 50 points on the third line. That's actually really good. I'm really happy with that. And Hansel, 30 points as well, but Hansel was a -12. So not much we can really do there. I think I'm probably going to trade him in the offseason, but we'll see. Left wingers, Lucic leading the way with 50 points, Pulio with 40, Kirby Reichel with 35, Taylor Beck with 20, and Grimaldi with 20, so pretty good there. Would like to see Lucic get a few more points, especially if McDavid has like 25 more points than you, and he's playing on your line. You should be getting more points, you know? Go to the net, my friend. Right wingers, we have Jordan Eberle, so very close. Looks like him and McDavid had a good chemistry this year, finally. 68 points for him. Neil Yakupov's got 43. Nick Ehlers with 36, but Nick Ehlers was a -20. Don't really want to judge him on that because we traded for him at the end of the season, and that could be just coming from a bad Winnipeg team because they didn't make the playoffs either. Zach Kassian, 20 points. Pretty good for a fourth liner, but the guy was a minus. Here's the X factor for next year. Can this guy get a spot on our team next year? If he does, I think I'm trading either Yakupov or Eberle for probably a D-man. I'd package him in with a D-man to get a better D-man. But we'll see how that goes. Pretty okay with most of those point totals, except for, I mean, I'd like to see Ehlers get more points, but again, we traded for him at the end of the season, so I'm not going to judge him there. Andre Sekera still leading us in points. Interesting. You know, I was hoping Larson could have a really good season this year. I mean, he was a plus, which is good. Sekera was a minus, so despite having more points, he was on for more goals. Clefbaum with a good amount of points. Was expecting a lot more from Nurse as well. I mean, these guys have elite potential. You hope that they can become elite, you know, even if it's low elite. Griffin Reinhardt also had a pretty good season. Was a plus 10 points. I'm happy with that. Davidson and Fane didn't really play a lot. Davidson -8, so fuck, we should get rid of that guy. Schuster kind of was expecting a little bit more out of this guy. 83 overall, played on the top 4 for most of the year, and he only gets 3 points. I mean, I feel like I could get 3 points just moving the puck up to the frickin' forwards if I played in the NHL, but whatever. I mean, I guess he's a defensive defenseman, so you're not expecting much from him. He's 6'7", 225, sticking up for his players out there. Let's check out our goalies, and then we'll actually check out the entire league, which we haven't done in some previous live streams. So .914, pretty good for our number 1 goalie there, and then .901 for our backup. But see, again, the goals against average way too high. And I know kind of the profile of the Edmonton Oilers is speed and skill, but we're not going to be winning any games if we're letting in 3 goals a game, which is what that averages out to. So that's a little upsetting. I think we definitely need a better goalie if we ever want to win a Stanley Cup. If I'm even around with the Oilers to win a Stanley Cup within the next couple of years, we'll see what if the owner keeps us around, because we're only averaging about 2 goals completed a season. Now let's just compare our top guns to the rest of the league and see how they did. So McDavid and Eberle are 2 bright spots for this year. Now we want to see the entire league. So Stamkos led the league, 90 points, 86 for Seguin, 82 for Tarasenko, 81 for Patrick Kane, 77 for Corey Perry, 77 for Morgan Riley. He's turning out to be something special. That's interesting. And then it gets down to the 70, 76, 76, 76, and then McDavid's up there. So McDavid's like in the top 15, which is good, I guess. I mean, guys, he's only 21 years old, so props to him. And then after that, it kind of just gets pretty crowded. But there's Eberle. Looks like he was in the, I don't know, top 30 or something like that. Okay, so that's good. Let's go ahead and check out the team stats. I don't think we completed the road wins for the owner there, but that's okay. I mean, I'm more interested to really see how our power play and our penalty kill did. Goals against per game, or goals for per game, sorry, we're 3rd in our division at 2.74, which is still below our goals against. We were 2nd worst in the division for goals against, and we were 2nd worst in the division, so I guess that makes sense. Kind of pisses me off, but whatever. Power play percentage actually was really good, or 2nd best in our division. That's really good to see. Penalty kill, I don't think was very good. Yeah, 2nd worst. So definitely still an area where we need to improve. I'm hoping Reichel can turn into a good penalty killer for us, as well as Hansel. But Hansel's already 32, so only so much we can ask for him. And we were only 1 win away from completing the goal, the away season goal. If only we had beaten LA in that final game, we would have achieved our goal. That's too bad. Pretty upsetting, but I guess that's just the way she goes. 4-5-1 in our last 10. Not a good way to end the season. We do end above, or 1 game above 500. Do we have the playoff tree yet? Can we see the playoff tree? No. I'll sim a couple games or a couple days ahead so we can see the playoff tree, or just to see what the owner says. There we go. So, well, you win some and you lose some. I'm not overly happy or too upset with these results. However, I do expect a better outcome next year. So we didn't get the 20 wins. We got the 18 sellouts. So we actually made 3 out of the 4 goals. So that's really good. I'm happy with that. Locker room chemistry diminished quite a bit. We'll go ahead and, like, you can see the playoff tree here, but I like looking at it from the stats perspective better. So playoff tree here. In the Western Conference, we have the Dallas Stars playing the St. Louis Blues, Minnesota Wild playing the Winnipeg Jets, San Jose Sharks against the LA Kings. That'll be a good series. Anaheim Ducks against the Canucks. I'm assuming that the Ducks are going to kill the Canucks, or the Ducks are going to kill the Canucks, but we'll see. Who am I expecting to come out on top in the Western Conference? I would probably say it's probably going to be San Jose and Dallas in the West Final, and I would expect Dallas to win that, but we'll see. In the East, we have the Blue Jackets, who we got Kirby Reichel away from, against the Islanders. Islanders should win that. Caps will beat the Hurricanes, calling that. Bruins will beat the Sabres. Actually, I don't know. The Sabres have Jack Eichel, so I'm gonna actually go with the Sabres in that one, and then I expect Tampa to beat the Canadians. After that, I would say Islanders beat the Caps, because Caps never seem to be able to go past the semifinals. And then I would expect the Bruins to beat the Bolts. And then I would expect the Islanders to beat the Bruins, and that would give me Dallas and Islanders in the final, who would I expect Dallas to win. That's my Stanley Cup predictions. Let me know what yours are. We'll see how close I actually get to predicting. But, yeah. So that's going to probably go ahead and be it for today's video, guys. If you have any suggestions for improvements on the team, things I should do in owner mode, please let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, guys.